Hey everybody, what is going on? Raven here, and welcome back to the channel. Another movie versus book for you all today. And again, it's going to be in the same world as the Megalodon, like we did the Meg recently. So if you want to check that video out first, it's probably a good idea to do. This video is going to be about Jonas and Maggie Taylor. Now, the reason why I combined the two the way I am is because in the book, there is a whole lot more to their story. First, let's start with Jonas Taylor. Not only was he a military man, he did dives for the military. We knew that in the movie as well. But in the book, he's also a scientist. And he did spend some time in the mental institution because the military blamed him completely for everything wrong that happened during the dive. The last dive that we all remember very well. They kind of briefed on it a little bit. They said he suffered a psychosis, but he didn't. He actually saw the Meg, and he knew he saw it, but they're also blaming him. But they also said that Dr. Heller, which we will do a video on him in the future, never should have let him go down because he was sleep deprived. He did too deep of a dive too many times in a week, and apparently that's not healthy. The other interesting thing about Maggie and Jonas Taylor is that in the book, they're still currently married, but Maggie is having an affair with one of Jonas's best friends. Now, I don't like that, and she's gonna try, in the book, she actually tries to blame him for being crazy as to why they're gonna separate. But in the long run, it turns out he was correct, and now she's trying to be a loving, doting wife, but he can't trust her. I mean, clearly, he caught them in the act in a function that she forced him to go to after he was speaking about his scientific Megalodon stuff. She was out in the open cheating, and that's not the way to go about things. I mean, she was purposefully putting his hand all over her butt, and they were basically groping each other on the dance floor instead of her dancing with her husband Jonas. I found that to be, it's kind of like in the Jaws book where Brody's wife has an affair with the scientist guy and then he dies. It's kind of like something like that where, like, you're having an affair, now we don't like you. Is she gonna be eaten by the Meg by the end? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? I'm not at the end of the book yet, so don't quote me on that. I will probably add to this in the future. But I just wanted to share the change. I'm very glad that they showed him as a scientist in the book. That explains how he knows so much about the Megalodon in the movie, because he studies it. He knows, hands down, that there's something weird going on. And while no one else believes him at first, not even his own sergeant in the military, until they find out the hard way. And that'll come a little bit later in the book. And a little bit later in another video as well. That one will probably be all about when I talk about Heller. Because there's a lot of differences with Heller in the book versus the film. So we will probably do Heller next. Let me know what y'all think of this in the comment section down below. If I did miss anything, because I'm not very far in the book yet. But if I did miss anything, let me know in the comment section, and I could do a part 2 to Jonas and Maggie Taylor in the future. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!